What is poppin', y'all? It's your boy Evil. You know what I'm saying? This right here will be my 1.8.3 Sentry's called, you know what I'm saying, a build. Hope you guys, listen, enjoy this build. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's say I really do appreciate it. Let's say I appreciate everybody's support. And I mean, if you're new, listen, if you like this video, make sure you hit a like on it. But alright, this would be my hard-hitting MDR and M700 carbon sniper build. Now, mind you, this build is, listen, Sentry's call is all about headshots, so I'm gonna get straight into it, and then hope you guys like the build. Let's go. So, I'm running MDR and of course, still saying my M700 carbon. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the weapon wise first. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna explain to you why I'm wearing purple mods and everything else, because this 6-piece, like I said, it's all about listen the PvE. So now MDR, brutal, destructive, distracted. So pretty much this is the guy roll that you want when you're running with the MDR. And the main reason I chose the MDR for this purpose is because when you're running with the MDR, I run the MDR because let's say an NPC gets too close to you. This is your best bet of your gun, be the gun you want to use, so that way it hits harder because it's an assault rifle, right? So destructive is real good for PvE. It's real good for so far as PvE because this is destructive. You know, it barely works. It works for PvE, but destructive is real good for PvE. Brutal, however, since this essentially calls all about headshots, brutal is the talent I had went for, and of course you see I got the Omega suppressor and I got that VX1 scope all over the MDR. So like I said, it's this headshot build. So I'm going to go for the mods. So you can see 8.50 headshot, 8.50 headshot. Then I went for accuracy stability, so I keep the gun nice and steady. And then the steady mag, I did not go for rate of fires because 350 for me is fast enough, because you want to make sure you want to land your shots in. You don't want to shoot all crazy and all that type shit. So that's what I went for. I went for the crit chance, crit damage, and then magazine size and everything else. And then just headshot damage for my muzzle and my scope, and then just crit damage on my accuracy and stability on the grip. So if I go to character stats, you see I'm sitting at damn near on 170%, 170%, almost 170% on headshot damage with the MDR. Now mind you, this is not a marksman rifle. I'm sitting at 169 with a marksman rifle with a headshot. Alright. Actually sitting at 47, stability at 2. Alright. Assault rifle damage, 12. But now, the M700 carbon. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to see this, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta get that. All right, the M700 carbon. I'm saying prepared, destructive, elevated. Now, I like to keep it. Listen, these two. The reason why I did not go for brutal for or my M700 carbon is because you gotta realize that marksman rifle already has the headshot damage on it, right? This I think the max is like 172 if I'm mistaken. I don't know if I'm right on that, but I think it's either 172, 170 or some shit. But I got prepared. That's why I swapped this and chose the other talent for prepared, destructive. So this gun be real good for its distance. This is long range. So you got one for long range, one for close range. So this is the combo I went for. So prepared, destructive, elevated. This gun hits hard. And the main reason why this is the main reason why I had kept. You can go for 9,000 so far as firearms, everything else if you want to play with just marksman rifles. But the main reason why I have 4,100 on stamina is to unlock. To unlock the destructive. So destructive you need 38, 32. So I rolled one thing that's a stamina just to unlock that, and then I put everything else just towards firearms. So I went for it. Same thing here, nothing different. Same shit for my MDR, headshot damage on my muzzle and scope. 18% crit damage, accessibility on the grip, and then 120% magazine size, 3% crit chance, and 4% on the crit hit damage. And if you want to look at the stats, I'm sitting at 212 headshot damage on my M700 carbon. 212, y'all. That's a lot. Because you gotta remember you got that 150 and then you add all the everything else up. So it can go way higher than that, because you gotta remember I'm missing like another 20%. I think about 20% on my headshot damage on my marksman rifle. So you probably go to like 130, 140 or some shit. Alright, so now the build. I am running enemy armor damage because you're going against NPCs. So enemy armor damage, health, ammo capacity. I'm running firearm mines with 4% damage to elites on it. You know what I'm saying? 193, but the main thing is I'm just looking at is the damage to elites. 4% is the max. This is what you want to run. On my mask, I'm running more enemy armor damage and damage to elites. So this is a guy roll for the mask. I'm running 4% on the firearms. And if just in case if you want to know where I got the mods from, you can find them. I mean, you can pretty much find them damn near anywhere. But the majority where I look at mine from is the vendors. So keep in mind when you're looking for these mods they be selling. They can't sell out the vendors, and then that's exactly where I bought mine from when the 4% was dropping down. So I hurry up bought me 5 of those for this particular build, or for any other build that you want to run for a PvE or a hunter's phase, you can run that. All right, so now knee pads, enemy armor damage to elites. These are the two. So for the two major, the minor and the major attributes that you want to look for when you look for knee pads when you want to make a PvE build with Sentry's card. The enemy armor damage, and you want the damage to elites. Those are the two you want. You can't go for increased kill XP, which is a bonus because you're playing with a PvE build, so it makes sense to even have that on there. And then with the blind difference, I mean, you can change that to whatever you like to, but those are the three. This is the 3 combo that you want for PvE. I'm running a 4% mobile cover damage because I'm going to be in cover, because if I'm playing with a sniper, I'm going to be using that mobile cover damage resilience. And I'm also, it helps out a little bit if an NPC gets too close to you, use it. And I'm also running another 4% damage elite mod with 193 mod on it. Alright. Backpack. Health, ammo capacity. You know what I mean? And then I'm also running another 193 firearm with 4% damage to elites, and then 4% mobile cover damage resilience. So if a person gets too close, swap to your MDRs, aim for their head and start melting the shit out of the NPC. Alright. Gloves. This is the guy roll for the Sentry's card, marksman rifle, assault, enemy armor damage. So keep in mind these gloves are not fully optimized, but this is what you're gonna go for because of course you're playing with both guns, and then the enemy armor damage, it helps you a lot because you're going against NPCs. So this is guy roll gloves. Holster, health, because I want to be if I have a gunfight as much as I possibly can. I went for this. We got pretty low on the stat for so far as the firearms. Let's say pretty high on the electronics and the stam. And we're sitting at a 1382 on the stam and then 1371 on the electronics, but the firearms can go a little bit more higher. And also I'm running another 4% mobile cover damage resilience. So talents I'm running, I'm using a smart cover. So I went for this one because it says if you're going to inherit slowly when the skills on cooldown. So I went for that. I mean, you can go for anything that you just want to go for. I mean, you can go for a trapper, you can go for a concealment, but I went for this because it says recovering their health and get their skill cooldowns decreased. So this helps out a lot when you're on the smart cover. All right. Immune station, I mean, you use the immune station, like pretty much I be swapping these around, depends on who's running what. So but many times I be running these two, or I even run a pulse so I can see exactly what my enemy is, but these are the two I be majority be running all the time. Recovery link. I use recovery link to help my team out, or I use the survivor link. Just depends on who's running what. When I'm playing a legendary guys at 10, I'm always be running recovery links. That way, if my teammate goes down, I pop this. But it's gonna be recovery link, or the shield. Or if you're playing, let's say you want to play a whole nother damage boost and you want to help your team out, I can use tack link if I'm playing like shit like stolen sickness and like stolen signal. But yeah, it's all the preference at this point. Talents I'm running. I don't know why I'm running all this shit, so I'll do this from scratch. All right, so now combat medic, you want your first one. One is none for another one. Since I'm not running a pulse, I can go for precision for this. And then let's say if you want to be tanky, you can go for on the move if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? But for me, I probably go for steady hand, so this way it keeps my gun nice and steady because I don't need on the move because I'm barely even going to be moving because I'm sniping most of the time. But yeah, you want steady hands because you're always in cover. You got that mobile cover damage resilience. So I'm gonna say that in. So now the damage wise, I'm gonna be in cover. I'm gonna pop this. So I'm gonna first show you the MDR. Show you what MDR damage looks like at 6 stacks. So look at that, 533,000, 410,000. You know what I'm saying? Red, just number red. You know what I'm saying? But my highest crit is 533,000. So think about if somebody was running a pulse with this. So 533,000 is my crit. So now, if I was running my, let's say if I wanted to run my, let's say my M700 carbon, we'll use this. I'll show you my numbers on that. 1.5 million, y'all. 1.2 million damage with 6 stacks. 1.5 million. I'm hitting, look at that, 1.6 million. 1.6 million. Look at that, 1.6 million, 1.2 million. So you can hit hard as fuck with this build. Like literally, you know what I mean? You literally just take an NPC out like stupid fast with this build. Alright, because I got so much Show you what I got. I got so much damage to elites. 45 of damage to elites. Now, mind you, I do not have ferocious. I wish I did. I wish it was possible. But I mean, if you want to run a whole nother gun, you can. You can go for like something like, let's say if you want to use, let's say you want to use a whole nother M700 carbine, and you didn't want Inventor. Now, imagine Inventor's not even active, and I'm sitting at I'm hitting 1.6 million damage. So let's say if I wanted ferocious at the bottom, this damage to elites would be at a 55% damage to elites. Same thing if MDR was possible to get ferocious at the bottom, then that exactly would be hitting the exact same thing. Look at this. Damage to elites. Yep, same thing. If I was able to put ferocious on this MDR, it'd be at a 55% on the damage to elites, but 45 is a real good number. So my enemy armor damage is also sitting at 56, and also my M700 carbine. I go to damage to elites, enemy armor damage. Okay, sitting at a 38. So 38 on my, listen, on a marksman rifle is pretty high, and then on the MDR I'm sitting at a 56. So mind you, this build is not even fully optimized yet, and that gun probably ain't even fully optimized yet. So it could probably go even way more higher than that. Now if it was Striker, it probably hit even harder because Striker got all the enemy armor damage all around it. But this is pretty good so far as you been playing with Sentry's Call. Alright, that's all I got for this build. I hope you guys listen like this build. I hope it has help you a lot so far as playing with legendaries and heroic missions, and then you just put more damage out for your team on top of that with this build because you're putting marks on them, but headshots for them. And then you want to play, listen, majority with this build you want to play with, listen, you want to play smart because you got to remember you are squishy. So this your boy Everson Reaper. This will be the Sentry's Call PvE build. Later. Haters gonna hate. Peace.